Hey there, my friends. I just wanted to come to you this morning and share with you some stuff that makes my meal prep a little bit easier. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite kitchen gadgets from whether you kind of are on like a lower budget or if you have like a really high budget, whatever you want and everything in between. I'll kind of show you things that help me to make my meal prep a little bit easier, a little bit faster. I think one of the biggest reasons that a lot of people don't meal prep is because either one, they don't know where to start. They think it's going to take way too long to do. So a lot of people just with time, or they're just really not even sure what to do or what meal prep even is. So for me, one of the biggest things that I like to do with my meal prep is I like to make sure that my fruits and veggies are cut up, that they're ready to grab and go, that I can put them into a bag really quick, that I can make a quick salad, because the more prep that I have to do when I go to make a meal, the less I'm going to do. I don't always portion out all of my meals all at once. A lot of times I just make sure that my stuff is cut up, that it's washed, it's ready to go, so I can throw it all in. My meat is another one that I generally don't like to prep it for a week. I'll make enough for maybe a couple of days, and then a day later I'll make more and I'll use it for different things. So let me kind of start and show you what some of my favorite gadgets are and why I use them and how I use them. So I like to get my veggies in any way that I can, but really I'm not big on eating like raw veggies. There's something about, I just can't like snack on a carrot or a cucumber. I don't know what it is, but if I shred it, I can eat it in a salad, I can eat it raw or anything like that. So the first thing that I like is a couple at once, just your standard old like cheese grater. This is perfect, okay? If you're on more of a budget, this is really simple. It's easy. You'll get a little bit of, an arm workout doing it, but you'll end up with like shredded carrots, okay? So this is one of my first ones. I love this to shred stuff. You can use it also to slice on the side, and then if you have cheese that you're grating, you can also use it for that. So this is one of my first ones that I like. Now, the way that I actually did my carrots though this time, and the way that I shredded up my zucchini, because there's something about zucchini too, that if it's shredded like that, I'll eat it in salads, I'll throw it in omelets, is I actually use like an old-fashioned Cuisinart, okay? So one of the reasons I like that, so you're kind of on both ends of the spectrum here. This is gonna be like super low budget, really simple. This is definitely gonna be a little bit more expensive to have that Cuisinart, but it has different blades in it. So I actually used this blade for it. I just peeled my carrots, stuck them in the top, and then it shredded all of it, and same thing with the zucchini. You also, though, have blades like these that will slice kind of veggies and stuff thinner. Or I like to make mashed potatoes. That's something that's been in my meal plans, and I can make my mashed potatoes in this. So I really love my Cuisinart. This is like an old school one. It literally has just like on, off, and pulse. There's nothing like fancy schmancy about it. It's just a Cuisinart. So this is really good. It makes it a lot faster to shred stuff, to slice things, and then to make things like mashed potatoes or mashed cauliflower. I do that too. You can also like rice your cauliflower in this if you'd like to do the riced cauliflower. Okay, so that's that. And then the other thing that I like to do that's kind of in the middle of a middle budget is the spiralizer. So I love to do zoodles. You can also use this for if you're doing like cabbage or Brussels sprouts. You basically just stick your veggie in one end, push it in, and then spin, and it either spiralizes or there's different blades in here. And so you can kind of make more like stringy type of things. And I'll also put links to all these things in the comments once I'm done, so that you guys can check them out. I get most of my stuff either on Amazon or Target is really the easiest for me. And with Prime, like why wouldn't you just get everything on Amazon? So I like my spiralizer. This makes it easy also for things like zoodles, or I like to do Brussels sprouts. So I can shred my Brussels sprouts really quick. When I do that, okay, good old-fashioned salad spinner, guys. Super simple, just salad spinner. I don't like to buy the packaged salad. I feel like you don't get the same, you definitely don't get as much money, as much food like for your money when you do that. I'd rather just get a nice green leafy head of lettuce, chop it up, and then spin it out and let it dry. Then I put it away and I feel so much better about it. I know there's not chemicals all over it from being like put in a bag to stay good. I chopped it, I washed it, and it's ready to go. So this is actually a fairly small one. I need to get a little bit bigger one. This, maybe it takes me like 2 spins to get a big head of lettuce done in that, okay? So salad spinner makes prep a lot easier. All right, a good set of knives, okay? This is huge. If you want to save time, you need to have a good set of knives. Now, you really only need a couple. I would say one with a straight blade and then one that's serrated, and that's it. These are actually a brand called Mad Hungry, and they're amazing. My mother-in-law got them for me, and I had no idea how much they were. I assumed that they were going to be like super expensive, and when I checked them, they actually weren't that expensive. But I love these. They're so good. I've actually cut myself a few times on them because they are definitely, they get pretty sharp. So, but I love these. Okay, so invest in a good set of knives, at least a couple good ones. It will make your prep go so much faster. And with that being said, you also need a good knife sharpener. So both ends of the spectrum, there's literally little tiny things like this that are knife sharpeners. You just pull your knife straight through it, rinse off your knife, and then you're good to go. Or my husband bought a fancy schmancy one, this one here, and I really, I use like one piece of it. I just turn it on and use it. So you can do either. You can get just a small one or a fancy schmancy one, but it's so important to have a good sharp knife. It will make things go by so much faster if you just have that good sharp knife, okay? All right. This is my other favorite new tool that I have. Okay, so it sits like this, okay? And then there's different blades that you put in the top of it. So I just take out my little protective piece here. And then there's this blade that sticks right into the top here. And let's see if I can do this without chopping off my fingers here. Okay, so it just clicks in. And so now what you do is if you have like potatoes, I made, where did I have it? I had it right over here. I used this for sweet potatoes. So I made sweet potatoes like this, okay? So it makes sure that everything is uniform. So all you do is you put it down and you can slice it, just like this, okay? And it slices it however thick you want it. There's a couple different blades. The other blade option for it has this on it, like other little spikes, and you can make French fries with this. It's super simple. You're gonna get kind of like real thin shoestring fries from it. Or the other thing I like to do is my daughter loves cucumbers. And so I sliced up a whole bunch of cucumbers with it. Just boop, 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 just sliced it up. And we like to do grilled onions. And so you can take an onion. There's actually a little attachment piece that goes on top like this. So you would stick like your onion in here. You could even do tomatoes. Just make sure it's super sharp. And you just go here and you slice. And it slices everything in a nice uniform size, which is really nice because if you want things to cook evenly, you want to make sure that kind of the sizes are all uniform. So this is really, I love this. I use this all the time, okay? And then my last, but definitely not least, my favorite thing for meal prep is my Vitamix. Okay, so let me say this. I have only ever used Vitamix. I don't have a Ninja. I don't just have a regular blender. I love my Vitamix. They are super expensive. I busted this piece. I was like going way too fast and I just stuck it in there without the top and I busted this piece. And I think this piece was just like $40 or $50 to replace. They're not cheap by any means, but they are amazing. I can't just know what this is here. They are amazing. I have literally had that Vitamix since I was pregnant with my daughter. So for 5 years I've had it and it still works amazing. You could do your mashed potatoes in there. I make all of my shakes in there and I put like frozen ice and bananas and everything in there. And I make some really good, I was making burgers, my black bean burgers. I either use my Cuisinart or I use my Vitamix for it. You can also I have like a dry, where you can do dry stuff. So you can make like dough and things in there. But I love my Vitamix. It has served me great for 5 years, probably my oldest kitchen appliance, tool that I have around here. And that thing is going strong. I know that some people like Ninjas. I haven't used those, but I've heard that they're good. They're definitely less expensive. And then you just have like your regular blender. But if you figure how often is your blender gonna like die out on you, you wanna make sure you have something that's gonna last. And so all these things are nice because, yeah, you're going to make an investment in the beginning, but then you have it. And so to do things where like I can slice up my own carrots, I can shred my own carrots instead of buying a bag of shredded carrots, I'm going to get so much more bang for my buck by having the tools to do it, and it's going to make my prep go so much easier. So anyways, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm going to put links to all of these things through Amazon. Like I said, you can get them Amazon, Target, I'm sure Bed Bath & Beyond. There's tons of places that that have all of these things. So I'll throw up some links so you guys can check them out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're catching this on YouTube, be sure to click like and subscribe to stay up on all my new content. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.